Hello everyone, I'm José Miguel Campos and I'm a software developer for Test Center, and I want to showcase Test Center and the latest features coming with the version 4.0. Test Center is a centralized test results management platform, and it allows for tracking test results history. It already provides you with a unified platform to collect, organize, and analyze test data from various sources, enabling teams to track test coverage, identify issues, and ensure software quality over time. With our latest updates, we added various new features, such as the new test management, where all tests from the project can be browsed. Additionally, we added test plans to Test Center, where it's possible to compile a list of manual and automated tests and view their completions and results. And finally, the parallel test execution, where Test Center executes automated tests from a test plan and stores their results. Let's start by walking through the test management page. In the test management page, we can see a list of all the tests in this project. Some of you might recognize it, as it's very similar to the manual test page. Now, we can also browse automated tests. Tests are automatically fetched from previous test results, but with repository integration, it also allows for importing tests from a repository. For example, in the project robot arm, we already have a repository configured, and we can easily import tests by clicking the repository information button, and then they import tests. We also have tests that are from other projects, so we can easily edit those and delete them from this project. With your tests created in Test Center, it's now possible to create test plan templates and use them to create test plan executions that allow for the tracking of the test results and their completion. In this demo, we already have created 3 test plan templates in the thermostat project. As you can see, we can click on one of them and see their details. In the release tests template, we have the manual tests and automated tests and different configurations for each of them, so that they are run in different types of, for instance, operating systems or even versions. We can also create a new test plan very easily. For example, we have a spot check that we want to do every now and then and want to create something that enables us to track it over time. So we can create the test plan, name it, add a very simple description, and finally, add a test run. So the manual tests, and it should be run on operating system Windows. Now, we can use this template to create an execution by scheduling them. We add a name for this test plan execution and the batch name. In our case, it will be spot number 1. And this takes us to the new test plan execution. In this page, even though it's very similar, we can also see the progress of the current tests in this test plan. Currently, we are at 0 because we just started, of course, but if we start doing our manual tests, let's say that everything is fine. If we go back to our test plan, we can now see that 100% of the test plan is finished and the result was a pass. So what we have seen now is a very simple test plan, but when more tests and configurations are needed, tracking their completion can be very challenging. For this reason, test plans can come in very handy and help tremendously with keeping track of your testing progress. Wouldn't it be great to trigger automated tests when creating the test plan execution? Well, this is possible now from within Test Center. We are going to take a look at a more complex test plan, this time including automated tests, executing these tests via Test Center and tracking the results. But first, we need to configure 2 things: the repository, which we already have configured, and the configuration of the Squish servers. So by going into the global settings, test execution, we can add here the location of our Squish installation, and then add a server. In our case, it will be run locally, and we just say that our capabilities is Linux. This is important because the test runs also have the configuration for running on Linux, will now run on this server. So going back to our test plans, we can see here on our core functionality smoke tests that we have an automated tests and manual tests. And the automated tests require it to run on Linux. So if we now schedule it to run, now we have a test plan execution, and with everything configured, we should see very shortly the automated tests being run. And now the Squish tests are running locally, and we just have to wait for them to finish. And now, if we refresh our page, we can now see the progress. We can now see that tests have executed, but there were issues. But that's fine, that was to be expected. We can now go, for instance, to the batch and see what happened. All right, everything looks fine. Well, not fine, but it's okay. Now, this concludes the showcase of the Test Center's new features. We are excited about the test plan and the test execution features as it opens new possibilities to organize your test processes. Check out our official release announcement for a complete list of changes and updates. If you want to try Test Center, we offer a free trial for you to find out how it can help your testing process. Also, Test Center comes bundled with Squish, so if you already have Squish, we encourage you to give it a try. Thank you for watching.